Hey, my name is Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. Have you ever just had such a lazy Sunday, you just felt like you were just going to lay down, take a nap, and let the snoring begin?
Millions of people snore in their sleep, and outside of being loud and maybe annoying to their partners,
So I bring that up. It was kind of a dig at a friend of mine, Matt from Whiskey Wisdom. We had such an amazing time on Friday night. We got to hang out. We got to hang out with Troy from Baker Drinks. Laura stepped in to help us be a judge on some stuff. And we just had a really, really good time. I'd like to thank Matt and Troy. If you haven't checked out their channels, definitely check them out. They are just a lot of fun. And of course, Laura is part of that Baker Drinks with Troy. She's actually the one that started the channel. But Troy was able to hang out with us. Laura was working, but she stepped in to help us with a blend competition that we were having. We all three tied on, but she came in and was the tiebreaker. And Troy, congratulations on the win. Had a great time. And then Matt, as he winds down his show, he has an after hours, which is off camera for just people to hang out, have some pours, talk a little trash, and have fun. And as we were talking trash, having a little fun, Matt, was laying down on his couch, and we hear the soft, subtle snores of Matt. And it was just priceless. So had a good time with that. So Matt rustied us, but you know what? I'm glad that he's keeping the tradition strong and alive for Rusty. So Matt, thank you for the humor. Man, I'm telling you what, been a crazy couple of weeks, and I know that I haven't been putting out a lot of content like I normally do. I still put out a few times a week, but it's probably not as strong as it has been in the past. But been helping my father a lot. Thank you guys for reaching out, checking on me, and I'm truly inspired by you guys. You guys do a great job of looking for me and checking on me, and I'm thankful for that so very, very much. Just released a Patreon video earlier today for the August 6-pack winners, the August 1st Patreon winner, and actually talked about the winners for the Sunday 2-ounce pour win. So this Sunday, if you happen to put, E.H. Taylor in last week's comments, you had an opportunity to win a 2-ounce pour of the E.H. Taylor single barrel. The Patreon winner, Jesus, the Bloody 81, and the comment winner actually also happened to be a Patreon winner. And that was Gandy Road. Congratulations, both of you. I am very excited that these are going to be headed to your direction. I can't think of two more high quality, respected people than you two. You guys, you're awesome. I'm telling you, one thing I find in this community is there are such high quality people, and I am just so grateful to be a part of that. Today, doing a little bit something different, and I actually put in that Patreon video. Remember, there's a free tier in the Patreon, so you can learn about stuff. So check it out too. I put in there what's 3 of the bottles I'm already going to be having for September, the drawing, and one of them happens to be something you can win a pour of next Sunday, and that's this Jack Daniel's 12. This is batch 2. I was out of my 12. I had a very little bit left. I gave it to a friend so he can enjoy it, gave him the bottle and everything. But I'm like, man, I wanted to get that back on my shelf, and had an opportunity through a point system at a local liquor store that I go to, Maple Party, to get this. So very excited about that. So today's review is going to be on Jack Daniel's 12. And I'll tell you a little bit later in the video. Put this comment in the description. Must be subscribed, must be 21, must like the video, and put that key phrase comment on that video. And you have an opportunity for a drawing next week. So I'm looking forward to that. Man, I'll tell you what, I'll tell you how much fun we had Friday night. I've got 10 Glens that I've got to clean up from Friday night. Luckily, I had one clean Glen down here. So let's get into this. So Jack Daniel's 12. I think this was 107. Yep, 107 proof. This is batch 2. Man, beautiful coloring on this one here. Kind of an orangish brown, slight red hues, but more like a burnt orange on this. Beautiful coloring on this. And Troy and Matt and myself on Friday night, we were leading off with Jack 10 as our primer. And I forget how good that is. I mean, 97 proofer, but man, it is flavorful. So looking at the legs on this, I'm seeing some slow development on the legs. So I see some good oils through there. Oh, man. And it's got that brown Foreman banana on there. I got that banana on this one. You do get some nice barrel char in there. So you get kind of a smokiness, but also kind of a sweet going on there at the same time. You're getting some brown sugar in there, a little bit of vanilla, but what I'm really getting a lot of is that banana and that char. Let's get into the taste on this. And man, these legs are just slowly working themselves down. So I expect a nice mouthfeel on this. So that banana follows right through it. I get that brown sugar, the banana. On the back, I'm getting more of a sweet oak than I am kind of like that overpoweringly kind of get a little bit of the bitter dryness. You got a little bit of that, but I'm getting more of a sweet oak on this. So I'm getting the brown sugar, the banana, and sweet oak going on this. And this has such a nice nose to it too. To me, this is kind of like a perfect Sunday sipper. It may not every Sunday, but if you're sitting around and football season's coming up and you're watching a game, this is a perfect bottle for that because you do get, and it's got a little bit of a pepperiness to it, I'd say kind of, but I like. I like something that's got a little bit of a spice to it. Got a nice Kentucky hug through the chest. But man, it's kind of like a creamy banana that I'm getting on this, along with the brown sugar. Yeah, definitely digging this. If you're 1 or 2 ounce pour this, just put Brown Foreman somewhere in the comments. I'm really liking the spice I'm getting on the back of this, which is kind of surprising to me. Normally, I'm getting a lot, like on the 10, I get a lot smoother to pour. On this 12, you can get some of that character with it. You're getting a little bit of more punch to it, especially because it's a little bit higher proof, but it's got a little bit of spiciness and a little bit of darkness on the back of it that goes with that brown sugar and the banana you're kind of getting up front. And it's oily because I can literally feel like the creaminess on my tongue from this. And this is a dangerous bottle in the fact that it just gets easier and easier to sip every time I'm having a sip on it. Got a little bit of a buttery quality on it too. A lot of great things that I'm liking in this bottle. I'm very glad to have this back on my shelf. I would say, because if you can get it at a good price point, not too much over MSRP, I would buy a backup of this all the time, just because this is something that not only you can enjoy for yourself, but someone that's maybe getting into bourbon new, it's not at a proof point that it would just wreck them, and I like high proof stuff, but I realize if I hand someone that's new in the bourbon game something that's 115, 120, 125 proof, I'm going to wreck them. But if I start off with, okay, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's go some old number 7 at 80 proof and just have a sip of that. Now, your palate's warmed up a little bit. Let's try maybe the bottle, maybe the bottle in bond a little bit. And then you say, okay, now you were at 100 proof. I'm going to bring you down a little bit to 97, but I want you to have a better tasting experience. I'm going to bring out the Jack Daniel's 10. And then they can say, okay, this was very similar to the bottle and bond, but man, look at the flavors that I'm getting with this. And then after they're really warmed up, you hit them with something like this. And then they get that experience of all the different flavors from the same juice. And it's really neat that way. So it shows them how the age and the proof point can really enhance something for them. So I am very, very, like I said, I would buy this again because it's universal. It's something that when you're teaching something or somebody about bourbon, this would be something everyone would recognize. You can step them up a little bit at a time, and you give them the experience of what it really means to age something, what it really means to have a different proof point, even if it's the same mash bill. So they get to experience different things, and it's a teaching moment. So I think that's the coolest part about that. And man, that one was straight brown sugar coming through there. I'm getting a little bit something different on that. And as you guys know, if you watch the channel for a while, I love it when bourbon changes a little bit. You don't just get the same old thing all the time. And I get that out of this. Look, it's Sunday. I hope you're having a great day unwinding with your family. I hope you're having a nice time taking care of yourself. Make sure you take care of yourself so you can take care of other people. If you're working today, I pray your work day goes by fast. I hope you're successful in everything you do and you bring great energy out to the world and you get it right back. But if you're off today, I'm hoping everything's slowed down. I'm hoping you're enjoying time with friends, family, or for yourself doing something you want to do. I've been trying to learn a little bit newer things, trying to learn about more about stock markets, investing, cryptocurrency, stuff like that. So I've been challenging myself on that lately. Learn something new, keep yourself going. And I'd like to learn new things. So that's been cool for me. Most importantly, y'all, cheers. God bless. I hope you all have an amazing day. Thank you.